Namo Avalokitaya. Hello, dear YouTube Sangha. Today I'm honoring a request from a good friend of mine. They asked that I cover a topic near and dear to both our hearts. And I'm also honoring the curiosity of my dearest friend in Japan regarding this topic. In this second episode of Conjuring Coalitions, titled Contrasting Anime and American Superheroes, I will cross cultural borders and unpack the impact of superheroes in American and Japanese lore. Of course, much of what I'm about to say will seem critical to the American ear, but that's because this will be a critique of narratives. And this project assumes my target audience already knows of the more redeeming and wholesome aspects of comic book heroes in America. That said, I cannot help but agree with Miyazaki Hayao that a lot of the narratives exported from America drum up a deep undercurrent of individualism and self-glorification. Well, let's get right into it so I can explain what I mean. In the ever-expanding sea of storytelling, the depiction of heroes has taken on two distinct forms: the cooperative and often pacifistic heroes of Japanese anime, and the morally ambiguous, violence-driven anti-heroes prominent in American comic books and films. Characters such as Uzumaki Naruto, Himura Kenshin, Son Goku, and the Elric brothers offer a nuanced understanding of heroism that prioritizes understanding, redemption, and cooperation. In contrast, American superheroes often embody individualism, aggression, and a might makes right mentality that can resonate with audiences, but also perpetuate cycles of violence and moral ambiguity. The influence of Buddhist philosophy in Japanese narratives provides a stark contrast to the often unfocused ethical guidance found within American superhero stories, highlighting the cultural differences in how heroism is portrayed and valued. And I think it bears explaining that I am addressing the heavy hitters of each respective nation. What I'm really doing is juxtaposing a collection of each nation's most popular figures and heroes. Japan's beloved characters such as Naruto, Himura Kenshin, Goku, and the Elric brothers signify a commitment to cooperation and pacifism that underpins their narratives. Naruto is emblematic of this ethos. His journey from an outcast to a hero encapsulates the power of friendships and alliances. Naruto's dream of becoming Hokage, the leader of the village, is not solely about acquiring power, but is instead rooted in a desire to protect those he cares for. His character continually emphasizes the importance of empathy and communication, reflecting a belief in resolving conflicts without solely resorting to violence. Similarly, Himura Kenshin offers a profound look at pacifism. His transformation from a lethal assassin to a protector signifies a commitment to nonviolence and redemption. Through his battles, Kenshin emphasizes the sanctity of life and the importance of choosing dialogue over conflict, showcasing an admirable moral compass that stands in stark opposition to the often brutal methods of American anti-heroes. Son Goku from the Dragon Ball series is another character that exemplifies the Japanese ethos of heroism. While he possesses incredible power and capability for destruction, this character operates on principles of improvement, personal growth, and mutual respect with his adversaries. Goku often seeks to understand his opponents, replacing conflict-driven relationships with camaraderie that transforms foes into friends. This inclination showcases a profound moral stance, wherein strength is wielded not for dominance, but for protecting and nurturing connections. The Elric brothers and Fullmetal Alchemist further epitomize this shift towards cooperative ethics. Their quest for redemption following the consequences of their alchemical experiments is framed around an understanding of sacrifice, responsibility, and the importance of teamwork. Their journey highlights the importance of learning from mistakes, emphasizing growth and understanding over domination, characteristics that are often lost in the narratives of American superheroes. The cultural significance of Buddhist philosophy permeates these narratives, providing a foundation for the ideals embraced by these heroes. Core Buddhist tenets such as compassion, the interdependence of all beings, and the concept of karma deeply influence character motivations and moral choices in anime. The belief in the cyclical nature of existence fosters an understanding that actions have consequences, guiding characters toward cooperative and redemptive arcs. This perspective encourages the pursuit of understanding and forgiveness, nurturing the development of compassionate relationships among characters. In stark contrast, American superheroes often lack consistent moral frameworks. Characters like Batman, Deadpool, and the Punisher thrive on individualism and vengeance, creating narratives centered around retribution rather than moral clarity. Such narratives can resonate with a sense of dark empowerment, but often overlook the ethical implications tied to violence. This lack of clear moral guidance is particularly concerning, as it aligns young audiences with a worldview where might and dominance overshadow compassion and community. Another significant differentiation is the prevalence of anti-heroes in American comics and films. While these characters may reflect a more relatable and gritty reality, they also emphasize a moral misunderstanding that can perpetuate harmful behaviors. The anti-hero archetype, including the likes of Deadpool, Wolverine, and the Punisher, frequently resonates with adult audiences due to their complex narratives, psychological depth, and inner conflicts. Deadpool's humorous detachment and violence, Wolverine's internal struggles with rage, and the Punisher's brutal vengeance allow audiences to explore nuanced realities of heroism. However, the glorification of these characters often encourages a might makes right mentality. Amid societal unrest and the glorification of violence in media, these characters reflect a longing for empowerment through dominance, which can undermine the pursuit of cooperative conflict resolution. The roots of these traits are embedded in American cultural norms, celebrating rugged individualism and personal power, while sidelining communal responsibility and ethical considerations. The contrast becomes more apparent when we consider how Japanese anime and manga have perfected the art of the redemption arc. Characters such as Vegeta in Dragon Ball or Zuko in Avatar, though not strictly anime heavily influenced by it, undergo profound transformations that emphasize self-reflection and growth. These arcs allow characters known for wrongdoing or aggression to rediscover their humanity and pursue a path of redemption, illustrating the belief that change is possible and that past actions need not define one's character permanently. This redemptive narrative contrasts fundamentally with American anti-heroes, who often sublimate their moral struggles through violence and revenge, without seeking atonement. Instead of embracing personal growth and cooperating with others, these characters allow aggression and personal vendettas to dominate their actions, detracting from the potential for moral development. Moreover, while shonen characters like Naruto and Goku are among the most popular worldwide, the Japanese anime landscape also embraces a diverse array of protagonists who do not rely on violence. Series such as Doraemon, Sazae-chan, Natsume Yujincho, and Chibi Maruko-chan focus on everyday life, humor, and familial bonds, emphasizing the significance of relationships and understanding in navigating life's challenges. Characters in Studio Ghibli films such as Mei from My Neighbor Totoro or Chihiro from Spirited Away often embark on journeys of personal discovery that celebrate love, resilience, and compassion without resorting to combat. These narratives reinforce the idea that heroism does not always require conflict or confrontation, providing alternative perspectives on what it means to be a hero. This contrast in narrative styles exposes a critical weakness in contemporary American culture. Ultimately, the heroes of Japanese anime provide a refreshing perspective on morality, emphasizing cooperation, personal growth, and redemption over violence and domination. Characters like Uzumaki Naruto, Himura Kenshin, Son Goku, and the Elric brothers reflect cultural values rooted in compassion and ethical responsibility, offering young audiences meaningful lessons in character development and relationships. In stark contrast, the popularity of anti-heroes in American narratives underscores a prevailing cultural norm that valorizes aggression, creating a complex moral landscape in which violence often reigns supreme. As we reflect on these differing portrayals of heroism, it is clear that nurturing narratives centered around compassion and cooperation can help foster a brighter, more empathetic future for all. If we learn from the traits exemplified in Buddhist values latent in anime themes, we can work toward crafting a narrative landscape that champions ethical growth and meaningful relationships, an endeavor that is essential for cultivating a compassionate society moving forward. This plants the seeds for mindful consumption and thus mindfulness as a practice in everyday life. Well, my dear YouTube Sangha, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you have questions or a comment, you know what to do. And if you made it this far, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu to you.